He jets at scars that never felt a wound. But soft, what light thou younger window breaks? It is the east, Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, kill the envious moon, who is already sick and pale of grief. That thou, her maid, art far more fair than she, but her maid, since she is envious, her vestal livery is sick and green, and none but fools do wear it. Cast off, it is my lady, oh, is my fair, oh, is my love. Oh, that she knew she were. She speaks, yet she says nothing. What of that? Her eyes discourse. I will answer it. I am too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks, to the fairest stars in all the heaven. Having more business, do entreat her eyes to twinkle in the spheres till they return. What if her eyes were there? They in her head. The brightness of the cheek would shame those stars as daylight, both a lamp. Her eyes in heaven would through the airy region stream so bright that birds would sing and think they were not night. See how she leans on her cheek upon her hand. Oh, that I were a glove upon that hand, I might touch that cheek.
Amy.
Oh my God, there's more. Oh, speak again, bright angel, for art thou glorious to this night, being o'er my head as a winged messenger of heaven, of mortals that fall back to gaze on him. When she bestrides a lazy puffing clouds and sail upon the bosom of the air.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more? Shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art but thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, or nor foot, nor arm, nor face. Oh, be some other name belonging to a man. What's in a name? That which we call a rose by any other word would spell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, do off thy name, and for thy name, which is no part of thee, take all myself.
Call me but love, and all be new baptized. Henceforth I never will be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus bescreened in night, so stumpless on my counsel?
I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to myself because it's an enemy to thee. Had I it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of thy tongue's uttering, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo, and not a Montague?
Neither, fair maid, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The arched walls are high, and are and hard to climb, and the place death, considering who thou art, if any of my kinsmen find thee here.
With love light wings did I, or how do you say it? Or how do you say or perch?
I don't know.
These walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out, and what love can do that dares love attempt. Therefore, thy kingsmen are no stop to me.
If they do see thee, and they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thine eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enemy.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their eyes, and but thou love me, let them find me here. My life were better ended by their hate than death. Oh my gosh, death progued waiting of thy love.
By whose direction foundst thou art this place?
By love that first did prompt me to inquire. He lent me counsel and lent him eyes. I am no pilot, yet wert thou as far as that vast shore washed with farthest sea, I would adventure such merchandise.
Thou knowest the mask of the night is on my face, else would a maiden blush be pain to my cheek. For that which thou hast heard me speak tonight, fain will I dwell on form, fain deny what I have spoke. But farewell compliment, dost thou love me? I know thou wilt say, Ay, and I will take thy word. Yet, if thou swearest, thou mayst prove false at lovers' perjuries. They say Jove laughs. O gentle Romeo, if thou dost love, pronounce it faithfully, or if thou thinkest I am too quickly won, I will frown and be perverse and say thee nay. So thou wilt woo, but else not for the world. In truth, fair Montague, I am too fond, and thou
This is right in the middle of the video.
and therefore thou mayest think my behavior light. But trust me, gentlemen, I'll prove more true than those that have more coin to be strange. I should have been more strange, I must confess that thou overheard this ear I was swear. My true love's passion. Therefore pardon me and not impute this yielding to light love, which the dark night hath so discovered.
Lady, by younger blessed moon I vow that tits with silver all these fruit trees tops.
Swear not by the moon, the inconstant moon, that monthly change in their circled orb, lest that thy love prove likewise variable.
Which I swear by.
Do not swear at all, or if thou wilt swear by the gracious self, which is the God of the idolatry, and I'll believe thee.
If my heart, dear love,
well, do not swear. Although I joy in thee, I have no joy in this contract tonight. It is too rash, too unadvised, too sudden, too like the lightning which doth cease to be eerie. One can say it lightens, Sweet good night. Uh, this bud of life, love, but summer's ripening breath may prove be a beauteous flower when next we meet. Good night, as sweet repose and rest come to thy heart as that within my breast.
Oh, wilt thou leave me so unsatisfied?
What satisfaction canst thou have tonight?
The exchange of thy love, fateful vow of mine, or for mine.
I gave thee mine before thou didst request it, and yet I would it were to give again.
Wouldst thou withdraw it? What purpose, love?
But to be frank and give it thee again, and yet I wish but for the thing I have. My bounty is as boundless as the sea. My love as deep. The more I give to thee, the more I have, for both are infinite.
Juliet!
I hear some noise within, dear love. What? How do you, unknown good nurse? Sweet Montague, be true, stay but a little, I will come again.
Oh, blessed night. I'm afraid being in night, all this but a dream. Too flattering, sweet to be substantial.
3 words, dear Romeo, and good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose marriage send me word tomorrow by one that I'll procure to come to thee. Where and what time thou wilt perform the rite, and all my fortunes at thy foot I'll lay, and follow thee, my lord, throughout the world.
Madame!
I come anon, but if thou meanest not well, I do beseech thee.
Madame!
By and by I come to seize thy strife and leave me to my grief. Tomorrow I will send.
So thrive my soul.
1,000 times good night.
1,000 times is worse to want thy light. Love goes towards love as schoolboys from their books, but love from love towards school with heavy looks.
Hist, Romeo, hist. Oh, for a falconer voice to lure this tassel gentle back again. Bondage is hoarse, and may not speak aloud. Else would I tear the cave where echo lies, and make her airy tongue more hoarse than mine, with repetition of my Romeo.
It is my soul that calls upon my name. How silver sweet sounds lovers' tongues by night, like softest music to attending ears.
Romeo.
My yes. My
Yes, well, I don't know.
yes. Okay, go.
1 o'clock tomorrow.
Johnson.
Oh, shall I send to thee?
By the hour of 9.
I will not fail. 'Tis 20 years till then. I have forgotten why I did call thee back.
Let me stand here till thou remember it.
I shall forget to have thee still stand there, remembering how I loved thy company.
And I'll stay to have thee still forgetting any other home but this.
'Tis almost morning. I would have thee gone, and yet no farther than a wanton's bird that lets it hop a little from his hands, like a poor prisoner in his twisted guise. I don't know. And with a silken thread plucks it back again, so loving, jealous of his liberty.
I were thy bird.
Sweet, so would I. Yet I should kill thee with much cherishing. Good night, parting is such sweet sorrow. that I shall say good night till till be morrow.
Sleep dwell upon thy eyes, peace in thy breast. I would I were sleep and peace and sleep till rest. Hence will I go to my ghostly frare's close cell, his help to crave and my dear hap to tell.
Yay!
Oh my